Live from deep in an underground bunker in East Tennessee, this is America's premier mortgage fuel services expert, Paul Williams.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to welcome you back to another edition of Foreclosurepedia Podcast. Foreclosurepedia Podcast presentation of the Foreclosurepedia Radio Network, which premieres each weekend. Today is 6th of March, 2018, and the time is 1100 hours Eastern Daylight Time. We'd like to talk to you today about National Field Network and National Real Estate Solutions. National Field Network obviously has committed millions of dollars in fraud, and their lawyer, Victor A. Deutsch, New Jersey, that's the lawyer who represented the former Sherry Knott, former CEO, and Chris Crandall, former COO, had stated that National Field Network was going to cease business on the 5th of February and that bankruptcy was going to be filed thereafter. And you needed to have filed your claim immediately. And then they would only perhaps pay you 20 cents on the dollar. With respect to National Real Estate Solutions, owned by Brian Mingham at 1000 Oaks, California, Mingham flat just didn't pay over $1 million owed to minority females in labor. In the case of NFN, NFN ran orders as prime vendor on behalf of Fannie Mae, Reverse Mortgage Solutions, and a good portion of those properties were FHA insured. With respect to Brian Mingham, he's a prime vendor to Altisource, and many of his properties were FHA insured. Both of these companies have flat out just simply told people, we're not going to pay you. It's over. It's done. Buying through their actions. So what I want to talk to you all about, today, is involuntary bankruptcy. Now, bearing in mind, I'm not a lawyer, nor am I giving legal advice. Foreclosurepedia is working with lawyers to bring victims forward to file involuntary bankruptcies. And let's talk about what an involuntary bankruptcy is first. Involuntary bankruptcy basically is codified in what's called Section 303B of U.S. Title 11. And in essence, it states that the creditors filing the petition must have total outstanding unsecured debt of at least $14,425. There's got to be 12 or more creditors, and 3 of those must come forward with at least $14,425 in debt to be able to file. What happens is you're going to file some documents. Pretty simple. You have to choose whether you're going to file a 7 or 11 against them. You're going to file a Form B-5 and a summons with the U.S. Bankruptcy Court. The debtor, which would be National Field Network or NRES, National Real Estate Solutions, would have 20 days from that date to raise an objection. If there is no objection, you're going to win outright. If there is an objection, there's going to be a hearing, there's going to be a decision. Now, why does it benefit you to come together, split the filing fees, and force the involuntary bankruptcy of National Field Network and National Real Estate Solutions? First, you're going to have the ability to recover back into the debtor's estate, quote, avoidable transfers, as well as insider and fraudulent transfers. This also, in addition, the filing of the involuntary bankruptcy stops the clock, allowing the avoidance of things such as insider transfers made within 2 years prior to the filing, fraudulent transfers made within 1 year to filing under federal code, but up to 4 to 7 years under certain state codes, and non-insider preferences, monies moved around made within 90 days prior to the filing. Another benefit is that bankruptcy provides the opportunity for the automatic appointment of a Chapter 7 trustee or for cause the appointment of a Chapter 11 trustee. This focuses the attention of the conduct of the debtor, whether it be illegal or inadequate. Additionally, the petition is accepted by the court. The creditors involved in the filing can submit an administrative claim for, quote, actual necessary expenses, end quote. It's incurred up to the time of the order for relief. The expenses can include what are termed as, quote, administrative fees, end quote, under Title 11. They include attorneys and accountants' fees and costs for preparing the filing of the petition, time involved in contacting other creditors to join the filing, and any litigation directly related to the petition. These claims receive, and listen to this is important, first priority under U.S. bankruptcy law and are paid before any other claims. All right? Some additional reasons are that, and what is going on and what this prevents is the debtor may be squandering assets or is grossly incompetent. The debtor is transferring unsecured assets to a third party for less than reasonably equivalent values, selling off computers for 8 cents apiece. The debtor is transferring assets to a creditor for forgiveness of a debt and thus leaving insufficient funds to pay other creditors. The debtor is transferring assets to a related company or a successor company. We know that Sherry Knott and Chris Crandall set up 4 new companies as they began to refuse to pay people those millions of dollars. The debtor is only paying debts that have been guaranteed by its principals or is only paying debts owed to other insiders. Perhaps there are actions being taken that benefit the debtor's lenders at the detriment of other creditors. For instance, lenders are seeking additional collateral to better secure their positions. People like Fannie Mae, represented by Ken Carroll out of Dallas, Texas. People like Victor Deutsch, representing National Field Network out of New Jersey. People like Reverse Mortgage Solutions. People like Altisource, who had the contracts in play with respect to National Real Estate Solutions. And finally, a bankruptcy filing is imminent, but in a jurisdiction that will make it cost prohibitive for unsecured creditors to participate. You victims now are the ones whom are legally capable of picking the jurisdiction for the filing of that. I wanted to make sure we got this out immediately. Please spread this around to everyone. Now, Foreclosurepedia is putting together a conference call to bring all the victims together. And during that conference call and in subsequent conference calls, we're going to put you in touch with counsel who will file this for you. Do not let these people continue to get away with that which the National Association of Mortgage Field Services regime has been doing forever. These are financial terrorists. These are financial arsonists burning down your lives. Bring an end to it. You have the legal right to do that. Well, thank you once again for listening to the Foreclosurepedia podcast. Feel free to reach out to me directly. Get me your information. Make sure you have a spreadsheet of the debt you're owed. Make sure that in columns you have the following: the work order number, the work order date, the work order type, the work order amount that is owed. In one single column, I need the address, the city, and the state, all in one column of that asset. Get that over to me. I am not going to take time, as I have in the past, and sort through everybody's stuff. If you don't send it in that format, I'm not going to attempt to help you. I do what I do for free. It would be nice if some of you would click the donate button to help me to continue doing what I'm doing. Thank you all, and I hope you have a great day.